Hello, welcome back again, everyone. We're gonna show off a bit of an oddball here. What are you? What are you? I don't remember what you're called. I don't remember what this one's called. This one is a really weird boy, though. She's short, he's stout, and he's got a drill arm. And that drill arm is great. And he's also got that little sustained fire gun there. That gun it's pretty close range, but it's pretty good for helping you move in. The rockets on top stun in a couple hits, and that drill does so much damage. Technically speaking, it does really low damage, but it hits many, many times. So you can just do gross things with it. It's a really fun suit. It is very weak. Its armor values are very, very low. But it has a lot of damage. But that damage is all very, very close. The rockets on the left hand there have decent range to them and do decent damage when you stack, like, all of them. But you gotta hit with, like, all of them. So it really relies on getting in close and using that drill. It can be hard to do good with. So as such, I really hope this one was a good round. I don't remember how good it is. I just know I saved it. And I'm really, really hoping I get to give you a good showing with it. But we'll see. You can see I just got pretty unfortunate timing with all their iframes there. As weird as this one's going to sound, I'm kind of glad I got knocked over there, because I think I would have knocked him over otherwise, and he was already attacking it, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, I think this is going to, yeah, with only 200, there it is, 277 armor points is not enough armor. So that's us dropping. Fortunately, as a collective, we've been doing pretty good so far. I don't think the majority of that is from my doing, but that's fine. Yeah, I really enjoy this guy. I don't take him out a lot because he's really hard to use. It's so difficult. You really got to figure out how to force your way into enemy positions. I just ran... That one was frustrating. I ran right into the anchor. I literally walked into the damage. And there's a good chance he's just going to tackle here. Or he's going to do that. And that gave us an in we need. We are just going to try and retreat, though. Probably the better call. You can see the rest of my team is over here. So I had no backup on that fight. That's not a fight I think I would have won. And as it stands, we're not going to win that anyway, so... I don't know. Was it the good call? Was it the bad call? I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20. That's all I can say there. I feel like I could have probably gotten the kill if I had stayed behind, but... in the moment, it was attempts to not die, which ultimately failed anyway. So that's unfortunate. But we're moving back in here. We're going to try and move around the buildings to keep some cover on our approach. Unfortunately, most of those got eaten into our allies' back, so we couldn't do any damage off of that. That did get a stun, stacked more... Oh, but we got a guy coming up behind us here, which is a Zoc. Zoc is fun. I need to actually use my... I like the Zoc. You don't see it very often. I think it's one of those suits that... I don't know if it's necessarily underrated. It's lacking in some respects. It's still fun, but it's a very simple, straightforward raid. So you don't see it that often. I need to actually use mine. I barely ever use mine. Mostly because you have to be really offensive with it. And if you're not careful on an attack, you end up getting isolated and killed. So I don't use it enough. I might not have used it at all, actually. I'm going to have to check it out. But it looks like a crab, and it's funny. And it's from the original Gundam, so I like them. This guy, I don't know where they came from. I honestly don't know. I have to look it up. But it's fun in here. And also, that's that Zoc again. And that time we got him! So vengeance. Vengeance for only a couple moments ago. I think we're going to make a mistake here. You can see you've got two guys. You got a whole bunch of guys all stacking up on an ally, and we're going to move in here and proceed to fail to do anything meaningful. But luckily, we had an ally bail us out. I think he's going to get a stun on it. No, he's going to miss his shot, looks like. So we're just going to be able to move in. And you can see that drill doing some very good damage. Thankfully, he did a dodge roll, so he was open to that hit. He wasn't able to tackle. That's why we moved in as aggressively as we did. Unfortunately, as much damage... We're going to fail to hit him with the sustained fire beam there. With as much damage as I did do, there's still 4 of them there versus the 1 of me. So that was going to be a failure no matter what I did. Still could have, like, actually taken somebody out if I had lined up the beam better than I did there. Not my proudest moment. But in that moment, you can definitely see the amount of damage it can pump out. It's a lot of fun when you can get it, especially if you can get on top of a support type suit and you get the damage bonus. That's fun. There's not much you can do against one of these as a support. It can be very frustrating. Well, we unfortunately went in a little late to do any good there. Ooh, but he should be vulnerable now. Let's actually hit with the rifle, the beam, get our drill, move on to our next target. And see, now we're going to do really, really well, because now the enemies are all by themselves. Wow. If we don't do that. So yeah, that's what the drill does. That might be the best showing of the drill so far. Let's move in against, once again, an isolated target. And miss with the beam. Gotta be careful with the beam, too, because it will... I believe it stuns allies. It should be an instant stun rather than a build stun weapon. And it does pierce. So you have to be careful. So he was unsurprisingly ready there. Got his tackle. Which means that if we just charge into him, we'll be making a terrible mistake. But luckily, we stunned him first. I feel like I should have followed up from there. But that's okay, because we got a stun anyway. Finished him off with the drill. We're going to try and retreat to not die. We're going to see how well that actually works, because you see we've got guys on the ledge coming in. Looks like we're trying to stick close to the ledge to stay out of the line of fire. Yeah, well, they got him. That's fine. If I'm smart, I think I'm going to just stay below this ridge and not expose myself. We are going to move up with everybody anyway. So hopefully we don't get ourselves killed doing this. Okay, we actually have the points difference to be able to take a death, but regardless, we want to try and cost our team as little points as possible. So yeah, luckily, we didn't die. They didn't have time to finish me off. With that low points, with that little time left, I feel like it probably would have been better to play more cautious. Well, actually, I guess I was playing more cautiously since I went around the pillar instead of just charged into things, but regardless. So yeah, team did really good in this one. I think the enemies got a little bit reckless. You could see a lot of the times we were fighting against isolated targets. So try and keep that in mind when you're playing as well, to try and not get yourself in those situations in the first place, which I know you can't always help. I end up getting isolated a lot too for a variety of different reasons, but try and stick with at least one other guy to the best of your abilities, because if you have at least one other person with you, you can more easily turn the tides of a, say, 1v2 to 1v3 scenario by not letting it become a 1v2 or 1v3 in the first place, right? So, always important to try and remember. But yeah, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really like that one. It's a suit I don't take out enough. But that's all I've got for that. So, next time we're gonna do something I don't know yet. Let's figure that out. I'll see you later.